Hello from the Dreamport Discord server. I'm ShadowsPub bringing you Pimp Your Post Thursday. On the show today, we'll share posts, meet others, and have some fun. You can share your own posts or someone else's you really like. Take part, drop the PYPT emoji into the show text channel. I'll add you to the list to take a turn sharing posts. When I call on you, add your post link to the text channel and come on voice to tell us about it. Keep it brief, like a short commercial for the post. If you can't do voice, it's okay. You can share by text, but text and the link must be ready to paste into the text channel when I call out on you. You can have more than one turn, but you must use the emoji for each turn. Alright, let's get started. And we're going to have. First, we'll turn that screen on, and we'll have Kitty Girl first. Kitty Girl, you're up.
Well, this is a post from our own stress killer, and I thought it was fantastic. Instead of doing a Wednesday walk, he has to be different, so he did a Tuesday walk. But he went out into a forest and made some pictures of mushrooms, and I was absolutely amazed at these photographs that he made. He said it was a very foggy morning, so there wasn't really a whole lot of light, and he took a flashlight with him, and he apparently from the post you can tell he laid on the ground part of the time as he was making photographs of these mushrooms, and he was illuminating some of them with the flashlight to make them translucent, so the light would shine through them and you could see more detail. And I think the photos are just stunning. And that one that's showing in the preview, which is number 25 in the post, is my very favorite. It's just so spooky and mysterious looking and just wonderful. I thought it was fantastic. But there's many other great photos in this post. Take a look and give him a thumbs up on behalf of PYPT.
Yes, there are some nice images in there. And they're not just micro photography. He's done some regular photography as well.
Yeah, there's a wide variety of photographic styles in the post, and a big variety in the mushrooms he's photographed too.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful, diverse post.
And it's
I
not really macro either.
I didn't say
It's
macro, I
close up,
said micro.
right?
That was what I said was micro, not macro.
And I figured I would be safe sharing the Stress Killers post because he usually doesn't share his own post. He shares other people's stuff. So I didn't think, I was first, he was second, that it would infringe on what he was going to share. So
Like number
Nope.
24, too far gone to identify.
Yep.
Number 27, if you didn't know you were looking at a mushroom, you could almost take that as a tart of some type being set out. Not a butter tart, though. We'd know the difference in that, wouldn't we, Artemis? She's not commenting. All right.
it amazes me too when I see photographs in forests in Europe because they look so different than the forests here in North America. We have so much small undergrowth under the trees that sometimes it's thick and hard to get through. But over in Europe, yeah, you can just wander around between the trees. It's amazing.
It's probably the type of,
Ooh, try that again.
I said, type of trees, the variety of trees.
Is it me or was Stress Killer breaking up a little bit there?
He was breaking up a little, but I heard him. He said it was probably the variety of trees that they have over there is different than the variety that we have here. And that could be part of it, but still, like look at picture number 12 in the post, and you can see there's hardly any growth under the trees that you can just easily walk from one tree to another unimpeded by little weeds and brambles and whatnot. And that is pretty much not true here in the US, or at least not in the South where I live. Now, other parts of the US may have forests without so much undergrowth, but
So something like that here would usually indicate a reforestation area, where more established woods would be a little bit more variety. You wouldn't be able to, what you call the undergrowth. It would be there. Reforestation areas take a while to kind of develop that growth.
oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. It could just be, yeah, these are ancient forests that just have so much stuff there that's never been cleared out by Mother Nature or humans, you know.
Part of the problem that we had when we had the wildfires this summer, and they were the ones that were north of me here, was that they were in fairly dense wooded areas, and on top of everything, the damage from the ice storm we had in the spring was still there. So there was all kinds of trees and stuff had been brought down by the ice in the spring, and that was fueling the wildfire. Interesting stuff. So, having digested Stress Killer's post, Stress Killer, you're up.
1 second, two
Okay.
seconds. I got the wrong link.
Oops.
That's because the person cross-posted it, and I don't want to post a cross-post.
Ah.
That should be the right one. It's from another Dutch person who has been moving from Sweden to France, and this is her last photo in Sweden. And even though we're on the same timeline, she's way further up north, and they already have frost and the autumn colors, and we don't.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's not a walk through the forest, but yeah, way up north.
Interesting hills there. Very
I
cool.
remember seeing some of her posts a while back too, and she's not a very tall lady, and there were so many snowdrifts in her posts that were way taller than she was. It was amazing.
Wow, to see the northern lights even through the clouds. That is some show.
Kitty girl, don't forget to reward yourself.
Good reminder. 3,500 kilometers, whatever that is in miles. That's
Uh,
a good way of putting it.
I,
It did
I
quite the
1.6.
drive. Pardon me?
Uh, I did by 1.6, and you get the
2,100 miles. Well, 2,200. Yes, this is a long drive. That would be longer than me going from here to Artemis, just by, a tad or two, right, Artemis? And Zoe, you are up. Zoe, are you with us? There she is. Okay, we're moving out of the woods and we're moving into academia. Tell us about this. Oh, wait a minute here. Zoe has said, if I ever get a scholarship, I'd choose Japan. For me, learning Japanese is like unlocking a secret world of culture, anime, and new opportunities. It's more than just a language, it's a dream. Read my post to see why this means so much. Seems to be a real mystique around the Japanese, isn't there? And Amy, you are up. There's Abdul Kudas. And Amy, um, Q, you got a hot mic. There we go. Thank you. And Amy, tell us about this.
Hello everyone.
I hear you.
So this is okay. This is a post I made on Monday. I think that was the only time I had to write because I've been up and about. So I read about a dress I made over the weekend. Like you all know, I'm a fashion designer and I love to serve you all hot styles every week. So you can check it out how I created this masterpiece. And the sweetest thing about it is I made it in just 45 minutes. So you can just check it out and tell me how you'd rather rock it if you own it. Thank you.
That is pretty. 45 minutes. Is that from design to completion, or is that from starting to sew it till completion? There's Alessandra. And joining us from the road.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
How's it going?
It's going pretty well. Bitter irony is driving me to the hospital so we can have some of this hardware removed from my hand. I've been so freaked out about it because there's just like there's no pain management, and I'm like, wait, no, wait, no, wait. But all the research is telling us. So I'm thinking this is a perfectly good time for a wager. Is it going to hurt like hell, or is it just going to be weird? The rumor is that having pins removed feels weird. So I'm hoping for that. But the great news is, yes, now we have the link to the big post. So I'll step aside and let you carry on. Good to see everybody.
Hang in there. And Artemis, you are up. Tell us about this, Artemis.
Oh, duh, helps if I unmute. So it's today's Echo by Shadows North, and the word is motive. I love the way you use this, and that picture is awesome.
Yeah, that was did end up being interesting. Once again, it's another one of those words I didn't really know where it was going to go.
I want
I
to meet
bet.
Shadows North.
Yeah, me too. You've renamed me, Artemis.
Did I call you Shadows North?
Yep.
Well, it's a weird Canadian naming thing. I'm Artemis North. She's Shadows North.
Yeah, our middle names are all the same. So the reason we're laughing about that is somebody recently um, learned our last name. Except because we both have the same last name, they actually thought it was a middle name. And the question to me was, "Do y'all have the same middle name?" And I'm like, "What?" That was because they just assumed the last name was a middle name.
Let them assume.
Oh no, we've been teasing the person about it since.
You never miss a chance to tease.
Thank you, Seki. And Seki, you're up. And once again, the person who's up has won the HBI. Seki has won the one HBI. You're up, Seki. Oh, you did drop your link. I just didn't notice it. And just let me get these emojis in here before they get missed. And then I will read your text. And Seki is checking out the book Animal Farm. He says, I remember this novel being mentioned earlier in my high school days. Back then, I wasn't as literally versed as I am now, nor did I care much for politics or what influences it. Well, now I do, and I can appreciate the little book called The Animal Farm. Oh, is that what it takes to appreciate The Animal Farm? Getting a little older and a little more interested. I've started that book 2 or 3 times and got bored with it. Okay, understandable. Amy remembers this book. Is that pleasant memories, Amy? Or, oh man, that was a school assignment I got through.
Well, I remember somebody said not too long ago that Animal Farm was supposed to have been a cautionary tale, not a guidebook. And if you look at our current political situation and then read that book, you'll understand that comment.
So I wonder what a book that would be a cross between The Handmaid's Tale and Animal Farm would be, because haven't you got a mix of both? Any political idea can fit into the book. It's funny how we can use different images to convey the ideas, isn't it? TH is typing away at something there. Artemis, you are up. It was kind of an anti communism sarcasm, but you can fit capitalism too. We just went
Oh,
there,
I think,
Artemis.
yeah, sorry,
You really
wrong
liked
one.
that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. That was great. Let's have some food. I found these three, they're vegan recipes. And I thought, oh, this is interesting. Green apple soup with casturi citrus, which I have no idea what it is. But there's chilies in it. I thought that sounded good. But what piqued my curiosity is this vegetable soup with coconut milk. I may have to try that.
Vegetable soup with coconut milk. Hmm.
Hmm, strange.
It'd be kind of like a vegan type chowder.
Sort of. It depends on coconut milk can I love coconut milk and I use it in some weird ways because it adds flavor in a way that you would never expect. It's like putting cocoa powder and cinnamon in your chili.
Did you say cocoa powder and cinnamon?
I know it sounds really weird, but it gives the chili a really, I don't know, it's a really delicious flavor. The way that it mixes with the cumin, I think, I don't know, it's really good.
I get the cocoa part. Um, it's kind of like adding cocoa to coffee. It gives it a whole new flavor. But the cinnamon, it makes a certain amount of sense.
Well, it was a Greek person that told me that cinnamon with tomato sauce is delicious. And then I was making chili one night and I thought, let's give it a shot. And it is.
Hmm. Seki suggests that you watch the video in his post before you read the review. All right. I'm kind of guessing by the looks of that picture that the citrus is basically a type of lemon.
That's what I'm wondering.
Just a guess on my part by the looking at the image. Looks like an interesting possibility. How's Alexander doing on sound? Because you're up next.
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
It was refreshing. All right, let's see if the little link is still in my clipboard here.
Let's try.
Well, sometimes things work. Woohoo! All right. So if we're talking about high fast, we're talking about a lot of high energy. We're talking about standing up, applause, having food together, making friends, deepening friendships, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and it would be this Sunday that I would be the fourth that I would be flying back to London, and then a week after that, Devin would join me, and we would be flying to Malaysia for High Fest. But a few things broke down, and so I'm not allowed to be on really long flights. So as a result, we this is our second time to be sponsors of High Fest. We really put a lot behind. We did our best to give good sponsorship for High Fest, and so we don't get to go. But that means there are two High Fest week passes now up for grabs. So it's a win-win-win in that it gives you something easy that you can create a post for if you want to go to High Fest. So um, the rules are in this post. Bitter Irony, Roland P, and I have been working like crazy this week to get because we've never run a contest before. This is our first time to do anything like this. So to get the artwork, Shadows, thank you for helping me on the part of the artwork where I needed to use Gemini Nana Banana for the first time. So thank you for that. And I want to thank Bitter Irony for helping me get a new computer so I could do all the graphics. So I hope that you enjoy the graphics. I hope you enjoy the post. Send it around, love on it so that people can see it that they've been on the fence. I know up until very, very recently, like last year, up until then, there would be things that I'd want to go to conference wise, really want to go and just not have the money in the bank to book the tickets and book the hotel and book the tickets and all of that for the event. So for some people who have really pristine travel booking preference practices, that they would be like, this is too late to plan anything. But then there are people like me that are like, has it happened yet? Can I still go? Okay, so here's your chance to win week-long passes for this incredible event where you're going to be able to meet friends, new friends, and put faces with names that you already know from Hive. You'll learn so much. You'll love so much. So send it around so that people get a chance. Roland just said that he's sending out to a list of an event this year on day 2 of the Hive Fest week that is bringing in other blockchains that are already taking off in Malaysia. So we're going to be meeting some new people and looking at other ways of doing things. So our talk, um, creative work hour, was about how to build lovable dApps. That was going to be on day one. And then on day two, we were going to run a workshop panel on um, the beauty of tiny audiences. And PYPT is our example for that talk. So we won't be there to give them, but we're going to be doing something else with that material instead to support HiFest. So yeah. Thank you, PH. I know. I was really looking forward to seeing you. In fact, we were talking about you this morning on Creative Work Hour. So, yes. So, I think that's it. Yeah. So, love you guys. Thank you for reading and loving on the post and sending it around. And the end.
Thank you. And you didn't need anyone to save your butt on it.
Well, I finally got food and coffee, and on our way to the hospital, I'm like, oh my God. So, I'm wide awake now.
She's on a roll.
We're on a roll. Thank you guys. Good to see you.
All right. Thank you, Alessandra. And Seki, you're up. And Stress Killer won the 3 HBI. And Stormy says, or Seki says, it's a stormy mess out now, but just take a look back on the last week. Friday skies that were posted on Monday. All right. The sky in black and white. Nice. Needed some punctuation, or did I write it oddly? Whatever.
Hello? Okay. Yeah, I can talk now. I'm back home. Yeah, you pretty much did everything. Nothing more for me to explain. It's just it's a picture post. So yeah, the sky in black and white. Last week Friday skies that were posted on Monday. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you all.
All
Goodbye.
right.
See you next time.
All right. Zoe, you're up. All right. And Zoe, it looks like you're going to do voice this time. Go for it.
No, she dropped some text there under her link.
She did? Oh, there it is. What if the whole world froze for 1 hour and only you could move? In my latest post, I explore the possibilities, both light and dark, that come with such a moment. Would you use it for yourself or for others? Curious? Give it a read. That's an interesting picture she's got there, too. All right. And who have we got up next is Amy. Window. I'm getting to you.
Okay,
And
so
there is
this is
her
the
link.
post I all right. This is a post I read and I really enjoyed it. Are you oversharing on the media? What do you post? Are you worried about your privacy and all of that? So if you are someone who loves to share a lot of things on social media, like your live location, your pictures, and all of that, you might want to check this post out. I think there's something nice that you will learn from it. So you can just check it out. Thank you.
Yeah, if you want, excuse me, if you want privacy, sharing on postal media is probably not a good, or social media is probably not a good plan. Why am I not surprised those would have come from bitter irony? And Kelvin, you are up. Alexander, you got a hot mic there. Calvin, are you with us?
He was in the voice channel until just a moment ago, and he just disappeared and must have a network issue.
That could be. We'll give him a moment. Alexander, your mic's hot. You're not making a lot of noise, but you are flashing, which tells me that you might. I'm not sure you're hearing me. Ah, yes, you are. All right. Seki, you're up. Okay.
Um, no, no, sorry. I didn't think I'll be home before now, so I already pre-typed everything, but I can use voice. Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay. So this is my Treating Tuesday post, right? Summer belongs to your last day of summer, actually. Is for those that might be wondering, last day of summer, you read the post to understand what I mean. And it's just some summer inclined tunes, not tunes for Treaty Tuesday. That was 2 days ago. Yeah. Pretty much nothing really much. Yeah. Rain was falling that day, as rain is falling today. So all well.
So the calendar says the last day of summer's on the 21st of September, and you guys move it to the 30th. It keeps it easy to remember. So how much does your weather change for your fall? Because obviously you don't get snow. Does the weather just get colder and wetter, or what happens?
It it gets cold and weather. Our weather is just it's pretty much just hot and cold and wet. Those are the three things. So sometimes it mix. It can be hot and wet, cold and wet, hot and dry, cold and dry, and just everything in between. Yeah.
Hmm. So when you say colder, what kind of temperatures is that?
Well, it's not cold enough to bring snow, but we can have from 18 degrees to 22 degrees. That's we count enough as cold. I hear some, like not in my city, but some close to the north, they do get close to 15, 14, right? So, yeah.
So 16 to 22. We'd consider that shirt sleeve weather. It's funny how temperatures we get used to them. And Zoe has won the 5 HBI. Yeah, 64 is 18. That's nice mild weather. That's what I've got today. Hey, kitty girl, you are up.
Well, this is a post from Boz, Bozz, who is a member of the Alliance. And I thought it was a fabulous post. He was talking about a pedestrian bridge that was being constructed somewhere near where he lives. And after the announcement was made, um, negative comments just blew up on all of the social media outlets. And he was just amazed at how negative people were about something so simple and useful as a pedestrian bridge. And so he's talking in this post about how a lot of people are just expressing a tremendous amount of negativity today, and that isn't how the way things used to be. And he was musing on why it could be that people are being that way. But it's also a little bit of a warning, I guess, to anyone reading the post that we need to spread more positivity in this world. If we're just parroting all the negativity that we hear, it's just going to make it worse. And so if we look at things with a positive attitude, and express things with kindness and gentleness and whatnot, it's going to make the world a better place. I thought that was a wonderful um, message, but it's a good post. Give it a read and give him a thumbs up.
It is surprising the negativity that people can take on. Um, there's a local group that is on Facebook, and invariably something gets talked about in there. It's negativity all the way down the line. I just found it astounding because that's not the general rule of thumb for most people I know in this area. And yet, the people that congregate on that group, that's exactly what they are. So, it's probably a timely message that's widespread in application.
Well, and I think a lot of it too is just our basic attitude, the way we look at things. Like, well, one example I recall is this past winter, we had several weeks of weather, 2 or 3 weeks in a row, where we were like in the teens at night and then in the 20s during the day, which I don't know what that would be for people that are on Celsius, but it's all negative numbers in Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
And so after all those bitter, bitter cold days, we actually had temperatures begin to warm up into the 30s and the 40s, and then it was supposed to top 50 degrees one day. And I was excited, and I told somebody, hey, we're supposed to hit 50 degrees today. And their response was briefly, well, yeah, maybe we'd only hit 50 degrees for 30 minutes or so, but isn't that better than not hitting it at all? I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I was happy to see us coming out of this cold slump, but this one person was like, briefly, it's not going to be there long, and it's like, God, what a Debbie Downer. I mean, be thrilled that we're getting a little warmth for a change.
Don't spoil my cup half empty. Don't make it half full.
Yeah, there you go.
it it's interesting when you come across different mindsets, and that's what it is, the mindset more than anything else. And I see Leslie has joined us again. Les, you're up. There she is. All right. Come on and tell us about your post. Oh, see, she's typing. All right. And Les says, when we were kids, our parents keep an eye on us. It's okay to monitor us, but I was a teen girl when my dad brought me a phone, and he was like, now I shouldn't waste my time on phone using social media, so he put a spy on me, and that spy was no one but my sister, who told me later that dad told her to do, and I was shocked at the moment, but now I feel like why he told her to do so. So check out the reason why by taking a look at the post. Oh, I could see me spying on Artibus. Hmm. I would go over like a lead balloon. Kelvin, you're back. We've been holding your turn for you, so you're up.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So my network was a bit shaky.
Got a
Okay.
link there?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Kitty Girl noticed that you had dropped out of the channel just before I called on you, so we assumed you probably had some network issues.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
So this this post is a very interesting post because it's more like a fiction. So it's a bit noisy because it's raining here. It's more like a fiction of what I would do, or should I say, what a person would do if they discover that they are the last person on earth. Like you wake up in the morning and you discover that everybody you know, in fact, everybody, literally everybody is gone, and you are the last. You are the only person remaining in the entire world. And it's from the science fiction community, and I found it very interesting. I thought about it, and I think, okay, I'm not gonna say it, so you can go and read the post. But it's a very interesting topic. I like it, and probably it will make you to think of, okay, we have this rapture mentality in this part of the world, so make you to think of what you would do if eventually rapture should happen and you miss rapture. That was how I was thinking, and I decided to write on it. So just check it out. Thank you.
So you're the only one that didn't get raptured, and you've now got the whole earth to yourself.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said you're the only one who didn't get raptured, and now you get the whole earth to yourself.
Exactly. It's
That.
terrifying though. It's terrifying.
Hmm. That could be kind of inviting for at least for a while. Go anywhere
Yes,
you
it
want and not
is.
have to put up with people.
But then you will discover that people matter.
Well, I did say at least for a while. Alessandra won this NFT today. That's the NFT for October. All right. Thank you, Kelvin.
Thank you.
And Zoe, you are up. She was ready and waiting. And she's dropped some text. So I will catch the text. So he says, overthinking can feel like a storm that never ends. In my latest post, I share simple ways to quiet the mind and find peace in the present moment. Curious how? Read and see if it helps you too. Yeah. You know, we were talking about the people that have got the negative mindset. Calming your mind might actually help some of them. Sometimes that's part of the problem. Too much going on, can't handle it. Kitty girl, you're up.
Oh, and I would just like to let Leslie know, since she's fairly new here, You can share a second and third post if you want. You just have to drop an icon again to do it. Okay, this is a post from Keychain. I wanted to let people know that if you use Keychain, which is, I think, the very best way of signing transactions on Hive, it's very secure and safe and easy to use. You might want to follow Keychain because they have been making some good changes here lately. And this, following them and reading their posts will keep you updated so you're not taken by surprise. But sometimes you can learn something too. Like there was one update I missed the post about a couple of updates ago, and I was confused about something, and then this post cleared it up. So it's good to sometimes stay on top of things so that you're not caught off guard. But I think the Keychain team is doing a wonderful job with their products. They've got a For people who are only on mobile, they have got a really killer mobile app that will allow you to use Keychain with Ecency, PeakD, Splinterlands, Hive.blog, Hive Engine, any of the big dApps on Hive on mobile with the Keychain security. And then for people on computer, they've got the browser extension. It's really awesome. So if you're not a Keychain user, think about becoming one. If you are a Keychain user, follow Keychain for more updates.
All right. Yes, I'm a fan of Keychain as well, and I particularly like when Kitty Girl let me know that um, I could set Keychain to handle Hive Signer as well, because I really didn't like Hive Signer. So that makes
Yeah,
life a whole lot easier.
that
Go
was
ahead.
really a fantastic option they added, and I don't even know what made them think of doing it, but I am so glad they did it. It's wonderful.
So I probably should remember to make an announcement here on the 30th of October. So I'm giving everybody lots of notice, and I'm going to try to remember to remind people every week. Uh, PYPT will be starting 30 minutes early. So instead of 12 p.m. Eastern, it will start at 11:30 p.m. Or 11:30 a.m. Eastern, whatever that works out to in your time zone. I've been asked to come onto a podcast, and there's an overlap between when PYPT ends and the podcast starts. So the solution is to start PYPT half an hour early for one day. So the 30th of October, it'll start at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And I will try to remember to
Chris,
remind you of that each week. Go ahead, Kitty Girl.
So it's only that one day, or it's an
Just
ongoing thing?
just the one. I've been asked to be a guest on a podcast.
Awesome.
So yeah, we're not changing it permanently. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to share today? Are y'all
And
shared
there's
out?
some people who haven't shared at all. Abdul Kudus has not shared anything. I see
Uh,
Balakis is in the channel. We haven't had Balakis in here in a while, so welcome back.
yeah, good to
And
see her.
Texas Racer hasn't shared anything.
Tex often just kind of hangs out and listens in. Yep,
Yeah,
just
just like
lurking.
1102. PH1102 hasn't shared anything today either.
But Les is ready to share another one. Go for it, Leslie. Give her a chance to catch her link. All right. And Leslie says it's all about showing you guys my pour work, which I did last Sunday, and try to decorate my portfolio. Well, if you're trying to draw a cat, I think you got there. Hopefully it was a cat.
I think it's cute. I don't think it's poor work at all.
No, I don't either. All right. Sorry, off topic from the online safety compo, but I wanted to share. Just made the math gen. Cited surgical teams that specialize in working with performing artists. Ah, that's the lobby of the clinic. Let's click the pictures. PH, go for it. You are up.
You got me out from my lurking cave.
Did we pull
Okay,
you out
so
of lurking?
yeah. This is an interesting interview done by HISPA Pro community with Paloma 3, Paloma P3, which is a great Hive user out there. I was lucky to met her in live. And nothing, check it out. It's in Spanish and English, so you can understand it, whatever language you like.
Perfect. Paolo, we've seen Paolo here in the channel. She sometimes lurks. I don't think she's ever presented, has she? I don't recall her presenting Kitty Girl. Have you?
No, I don't even recall her ever being in the show.
She'll
But
pop
maybe
in and just sit. Doesn't do so very often, but occasionally she has.
She has been here.
she's
She
one of the
has been on
moderators
voice.
in the terminal, so she may have seen the notice in the terminal and followed it here.
Yeah, yeah. She usually just sits and kind of cheers people on a little bit.
I think I talked all over you there, Stress Killer. Sorry about that. What were you saying?
I believe she has been here in this show and on voice.
Well, I don't recall her on voice, but it's possible. It's entirely possible. All right. Anybody else got anything they want to share today? Bipolar isn't with us today. Oh, Balak is left. She just popped in and went. And we haven't seen Abinad in a while. I hope everything's okay. All right. You've been listening to ShadowsPub host Pimp Your Post Thursday. Thank you for joining us at PYPT and join us next Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Until then, keep on creating, and it's all about community. Oh, yeah. Bye, Wilma.